The Transplant Ambassador Program is a grassroots patient-led initiative. We are part of the Ontario Renal Network's Enhancing Access to Kidney Transplant study. And we are essentially a team of transplant recipients and living kidney donors. We're all currently living with a successful transplant. And we essentially are here to share our experiences with others who are in our shoes or were in our shoes before transplant. So we know what they're going through because we've been there. We have 90 ambassadors across the province. We are growing in 2022. So currently we have established TAP programs in 13 regional renal centers across the province. And for 2022, we're moving into the other 14. So we'll be in 17 hospital centers with regional renal programs. And we're really excited because we know that it makes a difference talking to somebody who's been in your shoes, who can relate to things like dialysis, kidney failure, transplant, recovery after transplant. And it gives a kind of experiential peer support that really helps people along their journey to know that we've overcome these obstacles and they can too. So non-directed living donation is when somebody comes forward wanting to donate a kidney, wanting to share their spare, a healthy person. We know that many healthy people do walk around with a spare kidney and that you can live a full, happy, healthy life after donating a kidney and with one kidney yourself. And so non-directed donors are a special kind of donor who come forward to donate a kidney without having a particular recipient in mind. So they donate in an anonymous way to somebody that they don't know. It's really an incredible gift.
What led me to being a donor was, so back in 2018, I watched a movie and that initiated my inquiry into becoming a living liver donor. So I actually donated a piece of my liver in 2019. And then after that, I began volunteering at Toronto General Hospital. And one of the jobs that I had was to help people get around, just navigating the hospital. And so I would be stationed at the Gerrard Street entrance at Toronto General. And if you know anything about that, that's where all of the dialysis patients come in every day. And so the first morning I arrived there, and within 30 minutes, the entire lobby filled up with people waiting for dialysis. And it shocked me. I didn't realize, I guess it just wasn't in my mind. I never realized there were that many people that needed dialysis. And in conversations with them, I learned what the impact was to them on their life, having to deal with dialysis and having to deal with their kidney disease. And I just felt for them. It's a horrible situation for a lot of them to try and deal with that. So I thought, well, maybe I could be a kidney donor. And so I signed up, filled out the application. It took 9 or 10 months to kind of get through that process. There's a lot of testing involved. Obviously, they want to make sure that me as a donor, I'm healthy. They also want to make sure that my kidney is compatible, suitable for donation, let's put it that way. But in any case, at the end of all of that, I was approved to donate. And so middle of last year, 2021, I went through the surgery and donated as a non-directed donor. And I donated to what's called a kidney pair donation chain. So it's a group, if I can just show you a real quick image here. Basically, so you've got a donor who wants, who needs a kidney, a recipient that needs a kidney, pardon me, and a donor that's willing to donate to them, but they're not compatible. And you'll have many of these chains, many of these pairs. And so by me donating to that first person, then that frees up their incompatible donor to donate to the second person, and so on. And they build this chain, and then ultimately at the end, you're donating to someone on the transplant wait list. So the impact is huge.
We are growing. So top, as I had mentioned in the beginning, we are expanding to 14 new hospital centers across the province. So we'll be in 27 hospitals. And so we're definitely recruiting for ambassadors. So we're looking for folks who have had a successful transplant, either as a recipient or a living donor, whether it's non-directed or directed. And if you're interested in paying it forward, sharing your story to help others through their journey, we would love to have you. So you can reach out to us at connect@transplantambassadors.ca, or you can email me directly. I'm the provincial coordinator for the program. And it's just my first name, last initial, Alexandra F at transplantambassadors.ca.